again, an eye toward 2023 always. Maybe some Dan Mullen detractors would take, a wink, wink at that. But 2023, of course, Billy Napier trying to put together a class that's even going to do better than 7th in the SEC, number 16 for 2022. Aaron Gates is in the fold as a commit. That's one. And a big weekend from some boys from Jacksonville coming.
Yeah, hometown Mark. So, of course, I'll be keeping a close eye on those guys from Jacksonville. But midweek visit already on March 1st, the first day guys were able to come on campus. Florida hit the ground running. Eugene Wilson, a 4-star wide receiver, comes in and says Florida grew up his favorite team. He had a friend who grew up a Florida fan, so he kind of gravitated towards Florida. He'd been waiting for a Florida offer. He visited it on the very first day he possibly could. Returns out of that visit very good for Florida. Even my good friend Corey Bender at On3 put in a prediction that he expects Eugene Wilson, the 4-star wide receiver, to commit to Florida eventually. He has visits to Georgia and Alabama set up coming up in March as well. But growing up a Gator fan, you hope that's enough for Florida to get him in the fold there. But yeah, Mark, you mentioned right here in my hometown of Jacksonville, heavy eye on Jacksonville. We just for some top-notch athletes, top-notch prospects there, starting with Trayon Webb out of Trinity Christian, 4-star running back there. He had listed a bunch of top schools. I believe it was around 8. I believe when he announced top 8 schools and Florida wasn't on that list, he said Florida called him right after. The news staff called him right after they saw that list. And communication has been nonstop since then. I expect Florida to really get into the mix there for Trayon Webb. Another one, defensive lineman from West Side Jacksonville, Jordan Hall. I think Florida's setting themselves up in great position for him as well. And then quarterback Sharif Denson out of Bartram Trail here in Jacksonville as well. Florida's probably got some guys higher on the board right now. I mean, look, but he's a top, if I can remember off the top of my head, Mark, he's at least a top 200 player, but a top one, I think around a top 150 player, but Florida has even higher. Their eyes are set even higher at the cornerback position, starting with Cormani McLean here from the state of Florida. So, but Denson even said his parents grew up Gator fans. He followed the Gator program, being in Jacksonville, being in close proximity to the school there. So maybe a little bit of slow playing there, but I think we'll see. He said he has not talked to Corey Raymond yet. Florida's defensive back coach that they got from LSU. So you wonder if communication, but he'll be visiting this weekend as well, making that short trip from Jacksonville. So you wonder, what happens there. As I said, Florida, AJ Harris, another cornerback that Florida has higher on the board as well, I would imagine there. So you kind of maybe wait and see a little bit with Denson and maybe kind of see where that one goes. And Tony Mitchell as well. There's 2 5-star cornerbacks from the state of Alabama, Tony Mitchell, AJ Harris, that Florida's going to be in the mix for too. So might be a little bit of slow playing going on right there. But then, Mark, you move forward just a bit as well. Notre Dame commit Keon Keeley. He's a 5-star edge rusher. He's visiting this weekend as well. 5-star athlete from IMG, Samuel Mpemba, is going to be visiting. Another Jacksonville kid, Grayson Howard, from a linebacker from the area, 4-star. He'll be visiting this weekend as well. So Florida's getting 5 stars, 4 stars on campus, Mark. And now we'll just see the difference in this staff. You got the number. You got the high number of 5-star, 4 stars on campus. Can you build a foundation? Can you build a relationship so you can close in December and February of next year?